Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
No congressional district office on Guam until March, and those seeking congressional assistance will just have to deal with it. Reacting to our exclusive story last night, Legislative, Federal, and Foreign Affairs Chair Senator Regine Bisco-Lee sends a letter to Congressman Mike San Nicolas. Lee saying she's been getting calls from constituents looking for their congressman.
I know that I'm not the only office that's receiving calls. There's a couple of other senators who've also asked for my help in that regard as the chair for Federal and Foreign Affairs. So it's an issue that we're really trying to work closely with the congressman on and make sure that our constituents are able to reach him.
It's true. Both Democrat and Republican senators tell KUAM News their phones are ringing off the hook, and while the calls are to senators' offices, the callers are desperately seeking San Nicolas. Grieving families needing to travel on almost expired passports, veterans, Manomku asking about war claims, anxious cockfighters, and concerns about the H-2B crisis. All of these constituent concerns. While San Nicolas says security protocol requirements are delaying the opening of his district office, Senator Lee is offering him a temporary space at the legislature. And since San Nicolas has been on Guam all week, we asked Senator Lee if she's heard from our congressman.
So, no.
And what about the security and communications protocols? Lee, a former staffer for Congresswoman Madeline Berdallo. So we asked her if it really takes 3 months to meet those specifics.
Change, but in my experience, no.
A congressional management guide for the 116th Congress advises congresspersons that preparations for opening a district office should begin in November. So why didn't San Nicolas work harder to open his office? Why isn't he holding a town meeting to make himself or his staff available to constituents? Why didn't he rent Berdallo's old office as a stopgap measure? Why can't we contact his district director on Guam? We think these are valid questions, and we sent them to the congressman, and he left us on red with no response. Lee says if meeting requirements are the reason for the district office delay, San Nicolas should still work harder to be accessible to his constituents.
I get that, but that being said, we're still elected officials and we still have to respond to the people that we serve.
And what about San Nicolas's assertion that he can't open a temporary office because of security concerns? Well, that's not what the Congressional Management Guide suggests. The guide says Congress should be creative and use, quote, part-time offices and mobile offices as alternatives to traditional district offices. That being said, Senator Lee says if security is an issue, the legislature is here to help.
We will do whatever we can with what we have.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.